Hello, I'm Ibrahima, and this is Talk Collective Intelligence. Our social group's effectiveness is the result of several factors acting together, often in synchrony or even symbiosis. Now, to produce collective intelligence, this social group must, among other things, develop and constantly maintain a shared understanding of the why, the how, the what, and the with who of working together. It must also help each group member integrate and articulate individual understanding of what these are. Now let's take the example of the concept of cooperation. If a social group wishes to base its activities on cooperation, the members must necessarily know what the concept means. For one thing, cooperation is not collaboration. And if members fail to differentiate the two concepts, they're more likely to stumble upon the pitfalls of miscommunication. They will find it hard to produce collective intelligence, the kind of emergent property that is so distinctive of effective social groups. So what is cooperation? Why is it different from collaboration? Now, on the surface, cooperation and collaboration are somewhat similar. They both involve individuals working together to produce something. But there ends the similarities. For when we dive deeper into the etymologies of these two concepts, we will begin to see a much clearer picture. For today, we are going to explore the concept of cooperation and even discuss whether it is applicable to the context of social groups purposing to coordinate their actions and activities for the emergence of collective intelligence. So let us travel back to the day and age when Latin was still a living language. Indeed, for Romans and for anybody who spoke and wrote in Latin, the word cooperation meant cooperare, or to work with. Co meaning with and operare meaning work. Today, the Merriam-Webster Online Dictionary defines cooperation as the association of persons for common benefit. Dictionary.com defines cooperation as an act or instance of working or acting together for a common purpose or benefit. Cooperation is seen as a joint action. Dictionary.com goes even further and offers an economics, a sociology, and even an ecology definition. From an economic perspective, cooperation is defined as the combination of persons for purposes of production, purchase, and distribution for their joint benefits. From a sociology perspective, cooperation is defined as an activity shared for mutual benefit. From an ecology perspective, ecology being the study of the relationships between living organisms, including humans, and their physical environment, cooperation is defined as mutually beneficial interactions among organisms living in the limited area. Now, the Cambridge Online Dictionary defines cooperation as the process of working with another entity, whether it is a company, an organization, or a country, in order to achieve something. And finally, Wikipedia defines cooperation as the process of groups of organisms working and acting together for common, mutual, or some underlying benefit. So what can we retain from this expedition into definition territories? Well, we can come up with a synthetic definition that sees cooperation as the activity of a group of people who have decided to come together in order to work on a task or an objective in which each person can derive a benefit or a meaning or some satisfaction. Now, key terms was useful here in order to come up with this synthetic definition, and these are association and combination, acting and working together, common, joint, mutual benefit. Now, a central question that is also relevant to our situation here is, can a social group engage in cooperation produce collective intelligence? Well, to answer that question, we must remember everything we have learned about the meaning of the concept. The individual benefits in cooperation must be accounted for. Now, at this point, we know that collective intelligence transcends individual interest. So our answer is, If we are truly committed to seeing emergence, the kind that collective intelligence people advocate, cooperation should not be our first choice for establishing the conditions for effective social group actions and activities. So, what can we retain from today's episode? First, the development of a common language and a shared understanding of the meaning of concepts used in the social groups are imperative. Second, if a social group chooses cooperation over collaboration, it must carefully appreciate the implications of this choice. And third, cooperation is the activity of a group of people who have decided to come together in order to work on a task or an objective in which each person can derive a benefit or a meaning or some satisfaction. And fourth, cooperation may not be useful in the context of collective intelligence. So what is your perspective on cooperation? Do you find it relevant and capable of assisting members in a social group develop collective intelligence? Now, for now, thank you for your time and your attention today.